Hello and welcome to BusyWorksBeats.com. Some of you guys are asking for more advanced bass tutorials, so this video is for you. I'm going to show you a 7-note process, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 note process on how to create better bass lines. So let's hop straight into FL Studio. It comes down to this simple concept, and we're using Ample Bass P for the sound here. So basically, we want to find the root note, which is D in this case. So D is the root note. And the loop is from our guy, produced by LJS. He sent me a pack of like a lot of stuff. Shout out to him. He also has sample packs, etc. So we're going to take the root note, which is D, and then we're going to count 5 notes. This is called the perfect fourth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the perfect fourth. Okay. We're going to take the root note again and count up 7 notes, which will give us A, which is the perfect fifth. So the perfect fifth is 7 notes away. The perfect fourth is 5 notes away upward. Now, these are the 3 notes you can pivot around. So if I were to just freestyle just off of those, you have 3 notes you could bounce around. Let me show you guys a more detailed bass. So firstly, we're going to take, where'd our pattern go here? We're going to take the root note, the perfect fourth, and the perfect fifth, and then we're going to add a note above the perfect fifth. Let's just call it an augmented fifth for now. And a note below the fifth. Let's call that a flat fifth. And then we're going to add a note above the tonic and a note below the tonic. So these give you variation notes that we can pivot around. This is a 7-note system that always works. It's really good for trap as well. But for here, we're using this in more of a New York gritty style sound. So let's add this. Let's see what kind of amps we get here. All right, so let's try this technique. Let me pull this down so you guys can see. So what I'm gonna do is play along with the song, and you guys will see me trigger any one of those notes. So half steps are good for turnarounds. So going up or down is good for like at the end of things. Let's try a flat tonic. See how it creates a different sound? So this 7-note system works all of the time. It's really good for trap music as well. And if I had to define what these notes do, anytime you go from the tonic to the note above or below, it's good for a turnaround, meaning at the end of some kind of phrase, you could pivot into these. Also, you could pivot into a sharp fifth or a flat fifth, usually at the end of something. So let's record this in alongside of this. Let's go to pattern 2 here. Let's record it so you guys can visually see what I'm talking about. So I'm going to make a really long bass line with all these variations, but it comes down to this principle of those 7 notes. There, I missed a note by accident. Now, my habit is anytime I go to that perfect fourth, I usually go to the flat tonic. One of these notes I hit a whole step away. That was an accident. Anyhow, here are the notes, and let's put these alongside of our 7-note scale just to show you guys these are we are in the scale. If I overlap these notes, all the notes are within the 7-note range, as you guys can see. So this always works, and it's really good for hip hop as well as trap. So we're making more of like a gritty boom bap. So the drums are from Tammuz. The loop is from our guy LJS, produced by LJS. And then the bass sound here is the Ample Bass P. See how we get this flow with the bass? It just keeps flowing. It doesn't feel like it's stopping or getting held up. And this is the system that always works. Simple as that, guys. So again, use this 7-note system. Again, if I have to map out the music theory, we're at the tonic here. This is the kind of the center of everything that we're doing here. So whenever I need to fall back to a note, the tonic is always a safe place. Wait, hold up, I'm hitting the wrong note. The tonic is always the safe note to come back to. Whenever you guys like freestyling and you're doing too much and you forgot where you were, the tonic is always the safe spot. You could always come back to the tonic. Now the half steps want to resolve back down or back up a half step. So anytime I go up a half step, it wants to come back down naturally. So that's how we can literally go out of key and it sounds good. Also too, with this fifth, because we are coming back to the tonic, we're not technically going down a half step, but the ear goes back to the tonic. It has a resolve from what's called the perfect fifth back to the tonic. So ultimately, again, half steps want to go back down a half step or back up a half step, and the fifth, which is 7 notes away, that wants to come back down to the tonic. Anytime I use the fourth, again, I usually create a distance here. So if you count this distance, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 notes. So I create what's called a tritone interval. And the way I do this is I play the fourth and then I play a flat tonic. And that creates what's called a tritone. This is a very tense interval. This is the furthest 2 notes can go from each other. And that's why we usually add it towards the end or the turnaround section for something. So that's why I usually resolve it down to the flat tonic, because it creates a really far stretch. And that tension needs to be resolved, and then we go right back to the tonic. So that's the purpose behind each of these notes that I'm using here and why they work. Because if you don't know why they work, you're just gonna be guessing. And now we got a Griselda track just like that. Once you guys understand these bass secrets, it's off to the races. All right, guys, to learn more, go to busyworksbeats.com/premium. We have a limited time lifetime access offer where you basically get lifetime access for like 1/5 of what we normally charge. Just go to busyworksbeats.com busyworksbeats.com/premium to learn more. To get these project files for free, go to busyworksbeats.com/FL Studio. All right, guys, share with a friend. Peace.